Welcome back, everyone. So if you're a small business owner who's been hearing all the buzz about AI agents but feeling kind of locked out by the steep technical learning curve, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today's explainer is a complete step-by-step how-to tutorial on the brand new Hermes Agent OS version 0.6. We're going to look at exactly how to take back your time, automate your workflow, and literally build your very own AI team. Okay, let's dive into this paradigm shift.
For the longest time, this whole era of powerful AI agents was trapped behind a massive, frustrating barrier. To get anything done, you had to stare down a blank, intimidating terminal screen. And let's be real, if you aren't a coder, that black screen is an absolute nightmare. It's hard to use, and even worse, there's zero conversation history. You can't easily see what the AI just did or track its progress. It honestly left a lot of small business owners feeling like this incredible tech just wasn't built for them.
But hey, those days are officially over. The shift from that old command line to the new Hermes Agent OS v0.6 is, frankly, revolutionary. Instead of a messy terminal, you now have this beautiful, clean visual dashboard. It basically functions as your personal, all-in-one assistant interface. And by replacing code with an intuitive UI and visible history, business owners are seeing efficiency boosts of anywhere from 10 to 100 times. No joke. It takes the friction completely out of the equation.
All right, let's get into steps 1 and 2, automating email management.
So, how do we actually set this all up? Let's get practical here. We're starting with one of the biggest time drains for literally any small business owner, your inbox. If we can conquer the inbox, we instantly reclaim hours of our day. Step 1 happens in what Hermes calls mission control. With a single click, you pick the brain for your operation. Whether that's OpenAI's ChatGPT, Anthropic's Claude, or powerful open-source models like OpenClaw, you just pick your favorite. Then step 2 is where the magic really happens. You just toggle on your Gmail integration, assign your AI a specific email address, and boom. Just like that, you've got a 24/7 personal secretary to check messages, organize priorities, and even draft replies.
Now you might be wondering, wait, how does the AI actually read my email securely? Well, that brings us to MCP, or the Model Context Protocol. And don't worry, you don't need to be a software engineer to get this. Simply put, MCP is the secure bridge. It's a framework that lets your AI safely reach right into your personal accounts, like your inbox, read the context, and manage tasks for you, all without compromising your data security. It's totally locked down.
And this brilliantly illustrates what that looks like in action. Take a look at this custom prompt. Sent email metschooljulian.com saying the call's moved to 3 p.m. You literally just type that simple conversational sentence right into your dashboard. Behind the scenes, the AI uses that MCP secure bridge to access your email, formats a perfectly professional message, plugs in the correct email address, and hits send. You never even had to open your inbox. How cool is that?
Moving right along to step 3, hands-free voice control.
Typing is great and all, but what if your hands are full? Well, Talk Mode gives you complete hands-free voice control, and it's powered by one of the most advanced models out there, the MiniMax M3. This thing features a massive 1 million token context window, which basically means it remembers everything you've been working on. But its real superpower is native multimodality. That's just a fancy way of saying it processes voice and text natively at the exact same time. The result? It responds in real time, acting exactly like a super polite English butler. You speak, it listens, it speaks back, and it executes your commands instantly.
So here's that English butler actually at work. You literally just say out loud, "Open up Google for me." That's it. You don't touch your mouse, you don't touch your keyboard. The Hermes Agent OS hears you, understands the command via the MiniMax M3 model, and directly controls your workspace browser to open the Google search page. It is absolute 100% hands-free computer control.
All right, let's scale things up with steps 4 and 5, building your AI team.
Okay, so we've automated your email, we've given you voice control, but how do you scale up? Because as a solo entrepreneur, you naturally have limits, right? Well, step 4 utilizes Hermes Studio. By connecting to models like Grok or MiniMax, you can generate complex multimedia right there in the dashboard. Need a podcast voice note? Done. But it goes way further than that. By enabling a skill called Remotion, the AI can actually take your raw data, automatically edit a video, and even generate a talking AI avatar to present the whole thing. You essentially have an automated video production studio right at your fingertips. It's a real game changer.
Now, step 5 is where the true orchestration happens. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the visual Kanban board setup here.
Look, if you need a website built, you don't do it yourself anymore. You assign the main task to your lead agent. That lead agent then automatically breaks the big project down into subtasks, hires minor agents to handle the coding and design, and then automatically moves the task cards from to-do to in progress to done. You literally just sit back and watch your AI team collaborate and get the job done.
Next up, steps 6 and 7, goal mode and mobile access.
So how do we hand over those massive, long-horizon research tasks? To understand step 6, take a look at this power-up custom prompt. Perform a deep keyword research for an AI automation business and categorize them by search intent. Now, this isn't a quick 2-second Google search. This is usually hours and hours of human work. But when you feed this prompt into the system, you activate what's known as goal mode.
And let me tell you, goal mode is relentless. When you assign that deep research task, the AI will continuously loop through its workflow for 20 to 50 iterations behind the scenes. It even has its own internal judge system. This means the AI actually checks its own work, catches its own mistakes, self-corrects, and absolutely refuses to stop until the final output meets your high standards. It is basically its own quality control manager.
Then we have step 7, which gives you ultimate freedom. Through the Manage section of the dashboard, you can connect this entire AI workflow directly to your Telegram or Discord app. So while goal mode is grinding through 50 iterations of market research, you could be out walking the dog, checking the progress, and issuing new commands directly from your smartphone. You aren't chained to your desk anymore.
Moving on to troubleshooting and debugging.
Look, because we're dealing with cutting-edge tech here, things occasionally require a little fine-tuning. A really common question that pops up in the community is your Agent OS set up locally, VPS, or a hybrid? Here's the deal. If your AI is running slowly, or if it shuts down completely when you close your laptop, that's because you're running it locally. For small business owners who need their AI team working 24/7, the simplest fix is using a virtual private server, or VPS. Services like Hostinger offer a really easy one-click deployment that puts your Hermes OS right into the cloud. That way, it literally never sleeps.
Finally, what if goal mode gets stuck on a super complex, long-horizon task? Well, the system uses two main tools to debug itself: GAPA and the SQL memory backend. Now, SQL is simply the AI's internal memory vault, and GAPA? That stands for Generalized Action and Prompt Adaptation. If an MCP integration error happens, like say it can't fetch an email for some reason, GAPA realizes the prompt failed, adapts the action, digs into the SQL memory for past context, and tries a completely new route. Knowing this just helps you monitor the AI and realize that if it seems like it's stalled, actually, scratch that, it hasn't stalled. It's usually just GAPA figuring out a creative workaround.
From totally hands-free voice commands to an entire Kanban board of agents working tirelessly while you check Telegram from a coffee shop, Hermes Agent OS v0.6 really changes everything. So the crucial point is, you're not just an operator anymore, you're the orchestrator. The terminal is gone, the visual dashboard is here, and your time is finally yours again. The only question left is, what will your new AI team accomplish today? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.